think I'm live. I better actually let people know that I'm on so they can come. Yeah, so just give me a sec. I'll tell Julie. Hopefully everything is working. Otherwise, yes. Haha, Julie's here. Can you hear me, bub? Is it all good? Michelle, good evening. Yeah, I can see that you're on live, bub. It has taken me... Michelle... Mish. Changed your name. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. Oh, hello, look at that. I've actually got chat popping up in my thing too. Oh, that's pretty cool. I have no idea how this is looking, guys. I have been pulling my hair out trying to get everything working. Some reason there is a bit of a delay in the messages you guys are sending me. I'm sorry, I've got the thing over here, so if I'm looking that way, I'm actually looking at you guys' messages, so there is a bit of a delay. Sounds good. Wow, practicing to use the mic. Yes, I've got the big microphone. Looks so important. But anyway, so let's get into some of these photos. So Erica, hello, how are you, Paul? Bob, can you please share this live to the page so everyone else can come over? I don't know exactly how this is all working because I have been pulling my hair out trying to work it. I managed to stupidly stumble upon something that's working, and because it's working, I'm running with it. So I hope that the video looks good. I hope the sound is sounding good. As you can probably see on your screen, I don't know exactly how it looks. I'll probably have a look at it later. You can see that I have got so that is not running exactly right as I want it to, so let's have a look and see if I can refresh that. That's not showing up as I change it what it should be looking at. Thanks, Bob. So happy Sunday, very much happy Sunday. So bear with me, guys, this is a learning curve for me doing this thing, so I am still working out all the kinks. Now I have to work out why this is not showing what I want, so I'm just gonna try and refresh it if I can. We want Lightroom's caption method, or we'll just go automatic. I don't know. Hey, okay. Whew. I think I might have worked it out. Hang on. Let me go down to click. It's working. Don't touch a thing. I've got it working. Don't touch a thing. Alright, so we'll go over here. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can okay. Is that okay? Hang on, sorry. I'm just gonna have a look at the okay. Messages look all fine. Is it just my phone or what's that? You're really clear on the video. It's probably just your phone. Because you went from a bad phone to a good one. You're welcome. So, hello everyone. Welcome, Hazel, Marlon, Melinda, Danielle, Mish, Richard. There's just a heap. Erica, as I said before. There's a lot of people getting on, which is great. Okay, so as you can see on the screen right now, let me know. Is it big enough for you guys? Throw it out there, Julie. Is everything looking big enough for you guys? All right, let me know. I need to know. Bub, please. I'm trying to sort this out. Can you please answer? Is everything big enough? I don't know. It's all rough at the moment. I am still trying to work out all these kinks. Okay, so I think I'm just trying to work out everything, guys. I do apologize. It is a very rough live. I understand. I was very unprepared for this, and yes, it's big enough. Okay, sweet. Now, it's all very new. Like, I'm using editing. Okay, I'm using software for this streaming. I've got my camera that I take all these photos with, as you can see, filming it. I've got a new microphone, as you can see in front of me. Everyone that's joining, Kumasta, welcome. My boy from Australia. So hang on, I'm going to switch views. So, oh, there you go. You can see me so much bigger. Ta-da! Okay, I haven't even got my light on me yet. I haven't even set that up. I just wanted to get on live because I said I was going to be on live almost an hour ago, and all the setup was really bad. I do apologize. I am sorry. I'm far from perfect. I don't know technology very well, but I'm here. We're here. Let's have a look at some photos. As you can see, hang on, I'll bring it up. As you can see, across the bottom, there's 24 photos. What was it? Last week, I went for a photo shoot, and it was a very interesting one. It took me probably an hour to drive down to this location. It was raining, and the hilarious thing was I had an umbrella stuck in the front of my shirt, so I could use both my hands while taking these photos. And I'm sitting there trying to get these photos and trying not to get wet and do all this. It was a rainy day. It was overcast. It was something that I wanted to get with the sky, because I've been to this place previously, and it was too bright. It was 11 o'clock in the day, and I wasn't exactly happy with the photos. I have done also I've done a sunrise photo shoot at this particular location. Wasn't an epic one, it was a lovely one. It got a nice picture. Hello all as they are joining. It's good to see you guys. I do apologize if I don't get all the messages. They're coming through slowly. There is a little bit of a lag between when you guys write them and when I see them. But I want to run through these photos. I've got another album that I haven't even uploaded yet onto the computer. So that might be another day, depending on if we get through all these photos. But I want to go through the process, because I actually haven't. I've uploaded these the other night. I haven't really gone through them. I haven't edited them. I haven't done anything. So this is all very new. I'm doing it live with you guys now, so I can show you guys the process that I go through, how I pick my photos. Like there's, what is there? There is what, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 spots, 4 photos, done different ways, and I can't guarantee that I'll like any of them until I edit them. I can't guarantee that I would actually. I'll edit all 4 of them. I'll let you know my favorite, or the one that I would be happy to show everyone. I'll tell you why. Yous might see that it may be a good photo to use, but to me it may not be. So we'll go through them all, and I'll explain. Like, we'll switch over to this view, and I'm gonna switch it to full screen. Go full screen. Does it go full screen up there? No, it didn't go full screen. Go full screen. No, it doesn't want to go full screen. Okay, it goes full screen on mine, but it doesn't go full screen on yours. I do not know why. Okay, okay. No, it doesn't. I don't think it likes going full screen on thing. But, okay. So, I'm going to flick through all these photos and show you every one. Now, first thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information I never knew. When I shoot my photos, I shoot in RAW, the format. So all these photos will look washed out. So most people, when they take a selfie or take a photo off their camera, it's shot in JPEG. It's standard. Now the difference between JPEG and RAW is the moment you take that photo with a JPEG, you have automatically edited your photo without you realizing. Alright? It will give you the image that it thinks it should be. They'll change the highlights. They'll change the shadows. They'll change the whites, the blacks, the exposure. They'll change the contrast. They'll do a minor edit before you even see that photo. Now, that's great when you want to do Instagram photos and you got a good camera, like the camera that I've just gave Julie, my old camera, it's got a 40 megapixel camera. It's a really good camera. That's why I bought that one, because I was starting to really get serious into my photography, and I started with my phone. What apps do I use? I'll get to that in a sec, Mish. This program that I'm running right now, that you're watching, is Lightroom. Right. I actually use Lightroom on my phone. You can download it for free. It is a free app. You're limited to. You don't have all the. Hang on, I'll switch. You don't have all the settings. Not everyone, but you've got enough. And this is what I started with. You got enough to edit. You got enough to edit a good photo. Now, I probably can't show you. Actually, I might be able to bring it up. Just give me a second. This is all winging it. So we will go. Ba-da. Now let's add another window capture. Source. Oops. No. Whoops. That was bad. Show me that one. Show me that one. Ah! I should stop playing around with stuff. Remove. Yes, remove. Yes, we'll remove it. Okay. Whoops. My bad. Sorry, guys. Trying to do things that I probably shouldn't be doing. Window capture. Add source. Now let's scale it back down. Whoop. Okay. I am not going to do that again because I am live and this looks really bad. But hey, I did warn you, I am not a professional. So, my bad, sorry. Okay. Tim, step away from the mouse and the keyboard and don't touch a thing because you're stuffing it up. Okay. Jennifer, hello, how are you? Wow, beach. So, okay. What was I saying? I was going to show you image, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. So when you take a photo, it's damn it, really? Can you see it now, Bob? Is it there? Doodle-doo. Hello. It's clear. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, guys. This is way out of my league of going going good. Is it working? Julie, hello. I am trying to ask you a question. It would help, really would, if you answered. Oh, nice shot, sir. So I'm guessing people can actually see the photo. Still watching. That's great. Thank you very much for still watching and bearing with me with this insane live video. Okay, so you can see it. Great. Best of that you messaged me through there. Okay, good. Right. So as I was explaining, with the raw photo image that I'd take, it takes all the information, all right, but it gives you a very big file. So then when you go back to your editing software, watching from Cebu, oh, miss Cebu, it's a beautiful place. Welcome, Paul. When you do a JPEG, it goes to a very small file, and once you take that file, whatever that JPEG thinks that you should be using, the rest of the information of that photo is gone. It gets deleted. You can't bring it back. Your editing is limited with those photos. Okay. So now I'm going to flick through these photos. We'll go back to this photo. Picture editing still small again. How about now, Bob? Please answer on Messenger. Is it showing up fine? Okay, it's scanning through picture. Okay, it's scanning through, which is good. Okay, how's that image, guys? I know it may be small. What I could probably do, hang on, bear with me, guys. I didn't want to make it too big, actually. Okay, this is really bad. I should have had this all worked out before you guys came on. I do apologize. This is really not good and not okay. I'm not exactly thrilled with the way I'm doing my live right now. I do apologize. It's okay now. Okay. It's hard because I can see everything perfectly on my screen right in front of me when I edit. And I'm trying to, so you guys can see me, and also see what I'm editing. So I'm trying to get the balance so you can see it perfectly and understand what I'm doing. So all these images, I'm going to go through them now. So that's the first image. Whoops, we go down here. Okay. I'm still trying to get used to two monitors too. So first image, second image. So these images. Yeah, I know. I just rearranged it, bub. Alright, calm down. Calm down. Settle, monkey. Settle, monkey. So these images could be edited, but essentially I wasn't going to use these images. They were my test shots. I was trying to work out my shutter speed. I was trying to work out my filters, everything, because in this first shot you can just see, yeah, you can see it too. Look at the water. See how ripply it is and how up and down it is. It's this that photo was taken on what they would class as a long exposure, but not an overly long exposure. So it was taken at 0.4 of a second, which is quite long for a shutter to be open. So it's still got a bit of texture, but I wanted that smooth, flat water. So these are all my test shots, working them out. So that's one. Then this one, you can see the water is smoothing out a bit more, and that was taken at 2 seconds. So I'm trying to work out where I need to be. And then this one is taken at 3.2 seconds. But if you look here, look in your up in the top, see my sky, how it's all white. I knew there was clouds there that should have been able to come out. So I've put a different filter on to help define those clouds, so that I could extend out my shutter and get it a little bit more smoother, and then also bring them clouds back. I can edit that probably now to bring those clouds back, and I'll probably show you that in a second. But I try to do everything in the camera as much as I can, so I use filters to help me when I do my long exposures. And I needed an ND filter to slow down the shutter speed, but then I needed a graduated ND filter, which is like just a top slither, and the rest is clear. So it helps you get certain sections darker if it's too light. So if I go to the next one, I've gone to 3.2 seconds in this one, but now you can see that the horizon's grey. It's not white. That's what the ND filter has helped me done. I could probably still play around with that to give me maybe some more definition in the clouds by doing a computer generated graduated ND filter, which is something that I'm probably going to do, because that's one of the feels that I wanted to show all the clouds. Sorry guys, I just need some too big. Wow, how unprofessional is this live tonight? I do apologize, and I will keep apologizing all night long while we're on this live, because yeah, it's not to the standards that I would have rather had it at for you guys, but I do apologize. So these were the first two, and then slowly working into the third one, working what I wanted, how I wanted it. When actually, now come to think about it, because it's been a week for me to do these photos, these first three were actually only just the graduated ND filter. I hadn't put the ND filter in to extend it out really far, because I'm still trying to flatten out that water, but my main issue was the sky was too bright. Even though it was an overcast, it was raining, I was getting soaking wet, the sun was up, so it was still too bright, even though it was late in the afternoon. So I was still playing around with all my filters, getting everything right. I was playing with a polarizer as well, just to try and cut the glare off the water. So now I move into working out which one was the ND filter that I wanted. Now this one's hilarious. See how black that is? That actually has got a photo in there. Let's just go over to hang on. So yeah, I do need to move this in a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit better, because you couldn't see what I was... See, now you can see where my cursor is, which is great. I probably should have used that instead of pointing at the screen with my finger. I'm learning as I go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry. My bad. I should not be using the Lord's name in vain on the channel. I do apologize, because I know there is a lot of Catholic and other religious people over in the Philippines. So there is a photo behind here. Now I've just done the auto, and now you can start seeing the image, but it's because I went 30 seconds on this one. That's a long time, and I was using my 10 stop ND filter. So let's have a little bit of a... I haven't even seen this, but I'm just having a bit of a play. Okay, see, now I've raised up the exposure. Now this is not a usable photo at all, because there's too much noise in it. But you can see, even though it was black, I'm showing you that the photo was there. It wasn't just a misshot photo, it was there. It was the fact that I was trying to use watching from Hong Kong. Wow, welcome. That is amazing. Oh, I got lost on what I was saying. I just seen the Hong Kong. I've been there once, only in a stopover. I haven't actually been into the city. I've been to the Hong Kong airport when I was flying to the Philippines a few times. But see how smooth that water is, right? That's what I was trying to aim for with this flattened out look and everything like that. But that image is well and truly not usable. I could probably play with bits and pieces to try and get it back, but I don't see it coming back too well. Nah, so I don't think it's not gonna play ball. It's not. So there's no point even mucking around with it. But yeah, it just goes to show what I was actually trying to do. I'll just reset it back. That's a great thing. If you edit and you weren't happy with it, you can always reset it back to where it was. So now this one's still a little bit darker, but I went to the 6-stop ND and I was working out, okay, it's still too dark. I can hit auto on it. It brings it back a little bit. You can boost it up. See, I could probably make this work if I really wanted to play with it. But it's still not exactly worthwhile. I was still playing with it. Like that one was still 30 seconds with a 6ND. But this is the one. The moment that I seen this photo come out, it was a 30-second with a soft graduated filter, ND filter, and a 3-stop ND grad filter, ND filter, not grad. And it come out beautiful. The water's smooth. I can see some color, and this is the one that I would probably work with. But also, I'm gonna show you. I took some photos, just to show the difference. This is a one shot, so I'll play with it. Camera's gone. Damn it. Why did my camera go away? Remove. Okay. Damn it. I do apologize, guys. This is really bad. Add. Yep. Add. Okay. So it looks like my battery ran out. Right, so bear with me for a second, guys. I am going to try something else because the battery on my phone, on my camera has died. So I'm going to see if I can use my phone. Otherwise this live is going to be really bad. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to wing it on the fly, bub. So let's see if I can pull this together. I do apologize, guys. This is terrible. Let's see if we can use move. Yes. Video capture device. Yes. It's not what I want to use. Oh God. Sorry. My bad. Video to capture device. Add source. No. Add new source. Video to capture. Add source. No. Okay. Wow. That's really bad. Okay. Give me a second. So this has just got a lot worse. I'm gonna if anyone is bearing with this live and is still okay with how bad it is, thank you very much. Your support is amazing. Now, okay, well, if you can see me, thank you. Can you see me? Julie, send me a message on Messenger. Can you see me? Is that working? Is that better? Is that great? It's not exactly the best of videos. Let's have a look. So, gotta remove that from there. Yes, remove, add source, that, add source. Brown out, no, not brown out. I actually had to switch over to I'm using my webcam on my laptop now. This is really bad. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna touch anymore. I promise. Okay, that's a really bad promise, because I want. You can see me. Okay, good. I want this to be a good live. I want my channel to be great. I want people to, apart from coming and laughing at how bad it is tonight, tell your friends. Okay, if you want to see a really bad live, seriously, come see tonight. Wow, everything has gone bad. So it's not a brownout like someone wrote, which I think it's Melinda wrote, brownout po. It's not a brownout. It's more the fact that I had to put my light ring on so you could see me better on the screen, on the camera, because once I had the light on above me, you couldn't really see me and it was all grainy. So, oh wow, this has gone from bad to really bad. But anyway, back to the photo. So I still haven't edited anything, but I'm just explaining everything of me looking at all these photos and it. Oops, didn't go. Okay, we're here. Did it go? No, it's not going to go. So this is me explaining my way of looking at my pictures and how I pick one. So I'm going to edit this one right now. I'm going to walk you through it. And I'm going to edit another one exactly the same as this, but it's going to be a, I don't know, it looks pretty ordinary to me. But hey, as long as you guys are happy, that's all that matters. And this live has maybe been saved. I feel like I'm in an interrogation actually, because I got the light straight on me, but hey, it's working. It's working. So, alright, so what we want to do with this photo, we're going to go up to the crop tool. Oh, it's not showing up. So that, you see where the mouse is? The highlight's not coming up for you guys, but it's coming up for me. So this is the crop tool. So, let's talk about size-wise. They say 4, so it's not really showing up the ratios there, but it's showing up the ratios on mine. They say okay, I missed something there. That's alright. They say 4 to 5 is your size for Instagram. So if you wanted to make this photo for Instagram, you want to recrop it to a 4 to 5 so you can put it up on Instagram. Sometimes there I'll go, depending on what the image is, I will go 16 by 9. It's just longer and all that sort of stuff. So you can't see it because my big fat head's in the way. So I'm just going to crop this up a bit. Oh, there you go. You can see what I'm doing. So to me, my focus is these stumps. And okay, this place that I'm doing this photo from is called the Shorncliffe Pier, which is on the west side, on the east side, sorry, not the west, on the east side of Brisbane, right on the coastline. As you can see, that's the Moreton Bay. If you can Google Moreton Bay, but it's one of the bays. So you can see I'll just hit this button. Before, after, before, after. No, you're not giving me my before and after. Give me my before and after. Why don't you give me my before and after? Oops, wrong. Okay, I don't know. Don't know why it was not giving me my before and after. Before. Ah, because I've only resized it. Whoops, my bad. See, I'm still learning. Okay, so what we're gonna do? I'm happy with that crop that I've done. All right. I've got rid of. I can show you. Okay. So I've got rid of a lot of this excess around the sides. It's not necessary. I'll always take a bigger photo of something to crop in a little bit more. It's okay for me to do that with my camera, but if you're using your phone, try and get what you're trying to photograph, because if you've got a small megapixel camera, you can ruin your image by cropping in on a bad pixelated camera. But I'm not too worried with mine because it comes up quite alright. Yeah, it looks quite good. So now my first thing, and a lot of people go, oh, that's cheating, oh, that's cheating, but it's what I do. Alright, this is what I do. This is how I edit my photos. I'll use the auto button there. Alright, that gives me a baseline. That tells me what it thinks the photo should look like. That's not what I want it to look like. That's what it thinks it should look like. That's what your JPEG formats do on your phone. It tells you what you want, but it's not what you want to do. So I'm going to bring the temperature down a bit because it was a pretty cold day. So about there. Bring. I'm just going to leave it like that. The tint. Now, what I might do is, now I told you about the graduated ND filters. Up here, that one there is your graduated ND filter. So what you do is you click on it, you drag it down. Now, see how the sky's gone because it's too bright. They automatically, for some reason, they automatically make it one stop exposure too high. That's what it would have been before the photo. Now, see how I'm bringing it down and you can start seeing the clouds. That's because I've lowered the exposure a bit more there. So this is what I want. I want the clouds to stand out a bit more. You can up the texture. Yeah, you can up the texture a little bit. It gives you a bit more definition. You could play around the clarity. I normally go a little bit less, but dehaze. See how the dehaze is really changing it? Probably only a little bit. I don't want to go too much. I'm going to drop the highlights a little bit to put a bit more emphasis on the grey. Bring the contrast up a little bit. Drop the whites a little bit because I still want that. I still want the grey in the clouds a bit more. Drop in the blacks a little bit, making it a bit darker. I might just leave the shadows alone. Yeah, Julie's eating. She's always eating. No, only jokes. She's not always eating. So I might bring up the saturation of the clouds a little bit. It's just dark, so. But that's what I'll do with the graduated filter. See, now you look at the image and you're like, oh wow, the cloud, the drama that's been put into that sky. That isn't cheating. The clouds were like that, but remember at the start I said I shot this in RAW. When you shoot it in RAW, everything gets washed out. So you have to rebuild your image in Lightroom or any software editing thing. So I'm rebuilding what was going on, except for how smooth that water is. That's on me in the camera. So yeah, no. I'm gonna leave it on that exposure. It doesn't look right going too much higher. It doesn't look right going lower. All these pylons here that you can see. Oops, I'll use my mouse. All these pylons you can see. This is what they call, and this is what it was, is the old. In this live, this is the old Shorncliffe Pier. This is from like the 1950s, 1940s, if not earlier. This was in function, Shorncliffe, and it's been ripped out, and you'll actually see the new Shorncliffe Pier in a minute. It goes out a lot longer. It's a lot more sturdier. It's new. So now let's play with. I'll leave the texture alone for a second. So I'm going to play around with the highlights. See how everything changes a little bit. So this is what you do when you're learning. It's not hard. It took me a little bit to get used to what I liked and all that. When you jump on software for editing photos, play around with your sliders. Don't be afraid. Nothing's a bad edit, nothing's a wrong edit. It's up to you personally. Sometimes I may see an edit that I think, wow, maybe you've gone a little bit too far, but if you like it, that's fine. It's not for me, but it's for you. And it's all personal preference. It's your art. If you want to make it bright and beautiful and whatever you want, the only thing I say is, please, if you replace a sky that was, say this sky was blue, completely and utterly blue, and I put them clouds there, I took this sky and put it on another day and go, that's my photo. You can't replace a sky. Replacing a sky is wrong, in my opinion. Adding, when you're taking multiple photos and you're putting them all together, state that it's a blended photo, it's a made up photo, it's your interpretation of a composite photo, whatever you want to call. Just be upfront, because I've heard of a few photographers that have done wonderful work that have lost respect from other photographers because they've taken an image of somewhere, the person's asked where it was, they wouldn't reveal it, and then that came out that it was 3 different locations blended into one to make one epic photo that doesn't exist. So it's just an insight of my opinion, which is just my opinion. Doesn't have to be everyone's. So I'm gonna play around. I want to bring the shadows. Yeah, probably bring the shadows back a little bit. Yeah, no, the whites are probably working really well the way it is. See, this is a good thing about the auto. It's telling me where. Ooh, see, the blacks were up here, but I like the black there, but to compensate those pylons how black they've gone now, because I want the detail back in it. I'll raise the shadows. Raise the shadows. Bring the blacks back a little bit. Still got a bit more black in my scene. I've got a bit more definition back in my steel work here by just playing with different sliders. I'm going to bump the contrast a little bit. Now, bring the texture up, drop the clarity a little bit, and I'm going to bring up the dehaze a bit. Just a little bit. Bring up the vibrance, saturation a bit. Now I'm gonna minimize. Nah. This is what I do. I play around and I'll have a look and I'm like, oh, I wonder what it looks black and white. Maybe. But I'm liking the colors. And this one, guys, I'm gonna give you the colors. I like how the colors are working for it. I love my black and whites, don't get me wrong, but there's something about these colors, and this is what I say to you guys when I've done photos before and someone goes, well, it's black and white, because it told me when I was editing it was a black and white photo. I'll play with that color and black and white up the top there, and it'll tell me what it wants. And I listen to the photo. Stupid as it sounds, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna drop this tab. So now you've got tone curve, you've got the HSL, which is hue, saturation, luminance, and color grading. I don't really touch color grading. Details, lens corrections, transform. Well, I don't really go into that one. Effects and calibrations. There's a lot to learn in this, but generally I just play with a few different things. To start off with, I should have probably done it from the start. I always remove the chromatic aberration and profile correction. If you can notice, see how the photo changes by clicking that enable profile corrections. Every lens. Yeah, I'll try and look at the comments, guys. And if you have any questions as I'm going through this edit, put it in the comment and I'll answer it for you. But okay, so every photo that you take and you go to Lightroom, you should always tick remove chromatic aberration, which is like the fringing on the outskirts of the image. They sometimes they give like a purpley tinge depending on how cheap the lens is. Some of the most expensive ones don't really have it, the cheaper ones do. So the lens that I've got, it's not a cheap one. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's like a mid-range one, so it's a decent one. But I still click it anyway. It's a habit. It's a good habit to get into. Edit profile corrections. Because when you take a photo, the lens, it's round and it's a dome. So your this is a bit better to explain it. Your lens is domed. Alright, so your photo is going to be domed. But when you remove that profile corrections, it goes from dome to flat. Okay, so it flattens your image out. That's all it does. And you'll see here, it's automatically picked up that it was a Sigma. It was a Sigma 17 to 70 millimeter. It tells you everything, and it's even got the profile there to tell Lightroom to fix it this way. Like, everyone's aware that there is these problems with these lenses, and that's how they do it. That's how they fix it. So now I'll close that tab down. I'll go into detail next. There's not... Let's zoom in. There's not a lot. There's maybe a little bit of noise in this photo that you can see. And you can see there's a couple little birds on the things. There's a little bit of noise in the background, but not a lot. So what I do, you can add a little bit of sharpening. You want to try and get your photo in focus and sharp to start with. You don't want to be trying to add in sharpness in post-processing. Masking. This helps with it helps with the noise reduction. Okay, and I'll leave it there. And what I'm doing, guys, which you can't see, is I'm holding as I'm moving my slider. Like, I can move the slider like this all day, and you're not gonna, you will see, oh, that looks really good, but hey, that's not what I'm getting at. You can't really see what I'm doing with the keyboard. I'm holding Alt, and when you hold Alt, well, not on that one, when you hold Alt, it's better with the masking. So see how it's white? Now you can see where the definition's coming in, how heavy the mask is by holding the Alt. So I go about there. Luminous. It tells you how much it's making that. Like, I zoom in now, you can't see any noise. It's gone. But if you take it too far, you can wreck your image too. So looking at it here, it's probably gone too far with the noise reduction. So I'll bring that back. I'll bring the mask back. So there's still a bit of noise there, but it's not looking overly fake. So what photo editing tool are you using? So I'm using Lightroom. This program here is Lightroom. I have paid for it. But if you download Lightroom on your phone, there is a free version. And that's how I learned how to edit, was on my phone first. Okay? So, yeah, Lightroom by far is one of the best editing softwares. So yeah, if you can, look up Lightroom, download the free one, and then have a play. Send me photos, show me what edits you come up with. So here you go. So far, that's what we started with. That's what we got. See the big difference? That's a really nice photo. I like it. I still haven't finished editing it. There's still more things that I will play with and have a look at. Sometimes I've spent an hour editing a photo just trying to get it right, and then I decide that I don't like it and I throw it away. But like, me talking through this is taking me a lot longer to edit, but I want you guys to see what I do, learn, pick up different things, and I'll do more of these editing. I pulled a file aside, and I probably won't get to it tonight because by the time I finish jabbering on about how bad this live is and I get off, I'll probably only get through these 4 images. And I do thank everyone for coming on the live tonight and bearing with how bad it's been. If you've missed it and you were late and you've only just shown up after, if you want some laughs, go back to the start and watch the first 50 minutes. It's terrible. It really is. I don't think I could show my face in the Philippines again. Everybody would be like, you're the dude with that terrible live. So, now, after I normally go to the details, I'll go back to my tone curve. Now, I love using this thing. It can really help change an image. And once you play with the tone curve, sometimes you may have to go back into your basic panel and touch up your shadows or your things. Rule of thumb with your tone curve is get a nice S, whether S goes down and up or it goes down and it goes up and then in. So with this one, I'm gonna bring here down, so that's your shadows, and you'll bring my highlights up. Maybe the shadows are down a little bit and bring up the mid-tones a little bit. So 4 after, 4 after. See, the blacks are a little bit, now I'm going to have to go into my blacks and bring up my shadows. Drop that down. Yeah. So playing around with the tone curve, we undo that one. We undo. No. Now we want to move that. There you go. Just remember your favorite, your best friend is undo, undo, undo. If you get stuck, just undo. And that's found up in edit, which okay, that's a bit better. It's up in edit, which is up the top side, file development, and you can't see it on the screen there for some reason. But yeah, that'll be your favorite one. Okay, so you've got your reds, you got your greens, and you got your blues, all your primary color tones. You can really change an image however you want by just playing with it. Like, I don't know, I probably wouldn't touch that at all. It doesn't work. It's not good. You can put a bit more colors in the image. Just remember, I have shot it in a raw format. You see how washed out it is. Now I'm bringing back all the texture, all the color, everything like that. Yeah, Christine, if you want, send me an image. I can take a video of it or whatever, or I can even edit it here on a live like this, because I want to do this more often, maybe once a week or something like that. And you can jump on and I can walk you through what I'm doing on your image. and yeah, we can go from there. But I encourage everyone, whoever loves photography, and this is where my channel started, was all about photography. Then I started wanting to do giveaways and helping people out and doing bits and other pieces. So I know I've got a mixed audience where it's photography, people like me, people like the giveaways only, and that's fine. I'm not judging. I don't care why you're here. I'm thankful that you're here, because without the support of everyone, for whatever reason, my channel wouldn't be existing. So now everyone will notice on some of my photos, my favorite thing to do is to put a vignette on my photos. Now, a photo like this, a vignette I'd go for was black. You find it in the effects tool, and it's that top slider. Now, this can go white or it can go black. It is up to you. If you wanted it to go, wow, if you wanted to emphasize the pillars, if that was your thing that you wanted to emphasize and you wanted to emphasize it with white, whatever reason, that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. And now if you're like, oh, maybe just a little bit of white, but it doesn't, to me it doesn't work, because you're trying to make this a moodier, darker scene. White's not going to be your best friend, but black on the other hand, whoo, but that's too far. Now, to me, where is it? Just trying to look at the numbers. That is a great vignette. To me, that would be probably the one that I'd go with. That's the vignette for me. Now, that to that, that to that. I actually would get to this stage. Yes. Mish, that is how I edited Nelvin, sorry. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry. I keep calling him Neville. Nelvin. That is how I did Nelvin's, yes. I do apologize for pronouncing his name wrong. Keep getting Neville off. I think it's Harry Potter. Neville. Yeah, Neville off Harry Potter. Don't know why. Just want to... That's how I did Melvin's. Was the vignette. Now, Mish, why did I do that on... now, to me... Hello, Haley. To me, them blacks are too dark. See, now, this is how picky I'm getting. I'm talking to you guys, and then I look and I'm like, oh, that's a little bit black. That's better. And sometimes I'll come back to an image and I'm like, no, that's still wrong. And I'll go and re-edit it again. Sometimes some people say, do a photo, sit on it for 24 hours, then come back. Some people sit on it for a month and then come back. It just depends. But give yourself some time, edit it, walk away, give it a few hours, come back, have a look, and you might see something different that you want to change. But back to Mish. Yes, that is how I Melvin's thing, photo. I put a black vignette on it. Now, what I was doing with his photo that you took, and like I said, oh, you can't really see it on the camera, but your mid-waist is where you wanted to focus your photo was, from mid-waist up, but go down a lower angle so you could emphasize how big that tree was, because that tree was actually the focal point of that image, and you could use Melvin as a scale to show how big it was, how beautiful it was. Now, by putting the vignette on the outside helps draw the focus to those two subjects, Melvin and Neville. Melvin and the tree. So yes, that is why I use a vignette to try and help draw the eye. And after you seen that image that I edited for you, it did draw your eye to where you wanted it to, didn't it? Shay, hello, how are you, Paul? Are you using Haley? I'm using Lightroom on my computer, and you can download it on your phone as an app, and there is a free version that you can get, so you don't have to pay for it. Okay, so to me, that's done. I could play with the color section, but no, that is done. That is the image. I am gonna go up here into edit watermark. The right side, I believe, is where I want to put it. And now I will go export. And then this is just basically oops. Edited photos, yeah. So this is basically just what I do when I finish one. I'll export it straight away so I know, because I can change my watermarks personally to each photo, make them bigger, smaller, whatever. They don't always stay the same. So edited photos, and I'll take it down here to the watermark and right side export. Okay, so okay, Haley, yeah, I'm using Lightroom. Dull. You can download it on your phone. You can get a free. So yeah, you can get a free app for that. So for everyone that's just joining, that's the photo that I've just edited. That's what we started with, and that is what we ended up with. Not a bad photo. It's nice. Yeah, it's not a bad photo. I'll give it that. It's not a bad photo. Now, this is the same image, but this is a different process. This is what we do with a HDR photo. So basically a HDR photo, for people that don't know what it is, or a blended shot, blended photo. Oh, not blended, sorry, bracketed shot, is basically you take 3 images, one on perfect exposure, one photo 2 stops, overexposed, one photo 2 shots underexposed. So that would be the one on, that'll be overexposed, underexposed, and on thing. So let's run through the process on how to edit one of these, and you can merge the photos. Normally, I got really bad with my photo editing, and I can whip out a photo edit in probably maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I rush them. Should I do it that quickly? Probably not. I should probably spend 20-30 minutes on a photo to really get it perfectly. You notice when I'd done that last one that as I was talking to you guys, I'd hang on, no, wait, I should change this, or no, I should change that. And I was changing things where if I whipped that out in 5 and 10 minutes, I would never have come back to that. So I probably would have rushed the shot. So what I'm going to do is, you can't really see it on your screen, it's not showing you, but it's showing me on mine. You can merge the photo, and I'm going to merge it to a HDR. It's not showing you there. It's coming up with a preview, so I'm going to stack it, merge it, and bring it through. It's going to load up now. And there. So it's created it. So basically what a HDR or a bracketed shot does, it gives you the best highlights, the best shadows, the best whites, everything like that. So essentially, if your sky is really blown out, and the sky was blown out in this, now it's got a little bit of texture. If you're going to go into photography, yes, Rochelle, you should shoot raw and learn to edit. You don't have to be good at editing, but when you do become better at editing and you get down 2 years down the track, if you shot everything in raw and you're perfect at editing now, you can always come back to that image and re-edit it and do a perfect job on it. But if you shoot in JPEG and you don't change your format on your computer, on your phone, on your camera, and you shoot in JPEG, what is lost back then will be lost in the future, and you can't get it back. Once it's written, it's written. You can't get that moment back. So I've shot in RAW since the moment I started photography, because I heard everyone shoots in RAW, and that was just what I decided. Now I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go and see if that didn't work at all. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, don't do that. That is bad. Undo. Undo. Okay. That was terrible. I tried to take the image settings from the last photo to this photo, and it just did not work. Sometimes you can get away with that, sometimes you can't. So now let's go through, and we're going to run through this quickly. I'm going to see if we can get a similar photo to what I just done by working on this image. Do apologize if I don't speak. Just trying to No. Actually, no, we did go to 16 by 9. 16 by 9, yep. That's it. So, done. So, I know I've already, so dark, yeah. Oh my god. That was bad. I shouldn't have tried to take that image and transfer it over. But, in settings, so I'm going to run through this quickly. I'll talk about it as I do it, but I'll see if I can get a different edit as such on this one than the other one. But yeah, well, Julie's got there written photography and editing is really a mixture of talent, artistic, and luck, I guess. Photography itself is a mixture of 90% luck, really. I wouldn't say I'm talented at all. Artistic, not a damn chance in that. I just get lucky with the photos that I take, and you'll see in these photos, like, I probably would only pick one photo out of all these photos that I've taken, maybe, so it just depends. But I am liking this photo so far. This one by far is my favorite. Just what I've done with it. So let's go to lens corrections. We do want to change that. Details. Let's play around with that. You know what? Let's make this black and white. Let's get out there. Let's make it black and white. The other one was coloured. Let's make this one black and white. That was too dark. That was better. Bring up the contrast. Bring down the whites. Bring up the blacks. Texture. Oh. Okay, so we're making this one black and white, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's a couple of gentlemen on here, and there's a lot of ladies, and I'm a gentleman, I think. That's up to debate, I suppose. So we want to raise you, drop you. Oh, that makes it look nice. Raise you, drop you. Oh, this is coming out nice. And see how I'm not really talking to you guys here. I'm just in my flow with doing my edit. This is just how I roll with my images. Like, this is how I move through mine. I'll throw on a automatic. It changes a little bit. I'm not really focusing on talking as much in this one, but I'm just flowing with we want to wait. Wrong one. Invert it. That's it. So we want to bring that down, bring across, bring it down. We want to highlights down, bring the blacks up a little bit, whites down a touch, shadows up a bit. Now we want to bring a bit of texture, bring down the clarity, dehaze. That looks good. Looks good. Done. I'm good. I'm having more fun now that everything seems to work and we're doing editing. And I'm glad everyone's on tonight. We've got 7 viewers. We had a few more earlier, but obviously my bad live scared them off, but that's okay. Oh, I need some water. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, that is a finished product on that photo there. That's how quickly I can do an image. So, Rochelle, you asked before, how quickly do I normally edit? There you go. I've just edited a full image into a black and white within probably 5 minutes. That's how I just go through my process, because I'm so used to how I do my edits. Not so much used to it, but my flow becomes second nature. I just drop from one thing. I don't have to think about it. I just go from the next to the next to the next to the next. And that's just how I flow with mine. I won't touch that. That's my black and white image. Now seeing that, that's my image of choice. Over this one, I prefer that one. Some people will disagree with me on because I like the color, and I can totally appreciate them loving that color because that color is a nice one. I am quite happy with how that turned out with that edit, but to me, that is the image that I was looking for. So yeah. I'm gonna save that one, and I'm gonna export it over to my edited photos onto the right. So what I'm gonna do is, after this live, so you can see him better than what you're probably seeing him on the live right now. I don't know how it looks. I will upload them all to my Facebook page. Please comment your favorites. Please tell me what you thought of this live and everything on there. I know a few of you guys have probably already shared this out, and I thank you very much for that. I've got another 3 photos to edit if you want to see that. There is this one. This is the new pier. To me, it's not really much of a photo, but I took it anyway. Then I have the further out part. And then this is another image here of the pier. So let's quickly run through this one. All these ones I took in a bracketed shot. So let's blend them together. Or merge them together, I should say, and then we'll work on the actual image itself, and we can talk about them. So let's merge that one. Okay. That's the image. So in this image, as you can see, there is way too much space in that foreground. I probably needed a longer. Well, I couldn't have done a longer lens because I couldn't actually get the full pier. The pier keeps going that way a bit more. So this one definitely needs cropping, and it needs cropping so there's not so much of that bottom showing. Great photographer, and I said, no, lucky person. I don't know, I just don't see myself as a photographer. I'm just a happy-go person who's lucky to get a shot. Right, so ooh. I'm gonna have to. I think I'll leave it about there. Probably still a little bit too much in that foreground. But sometimes it can be a good thing. But definitely wait until I do this one. We'll see how it will go. I definitely need to get a graduated filter on this top, because it definitely is. Oh, that's so much better. Wow. Yeah, so much better. So we're just gonna play around with and the funny thing is, a lot of these shots were taken almost just on last light. These ones here, I played around with the other shot on the old pier way too long, and I was getting to a stage where it was starting to get dark and raining, and I decided that I need to probably get home. Julie asking me what I was doing, and I said I was out doing photography. And then when she found out I was in the rain, she wasn't too impressed. But she lets me go and do it. She loves me. Well, that's what she tells me anyway. Just playing around with sliders until I see how I like the sky. And I'm liking the sky, how it's coming up. It's quite good. It's quite nice. It's got to have a little bit of something. Like, even though it's grey, you can still see up here, there's that little cloud there. You can see just the formation of it. Like, it just gives it a little bit more yeah, we had a conversation on the nickname Mitch the other day. Me and Julie, or Julie and I. And I told her that I nickname you Mish, my nickname for you. She's like, but her nickname's Mitch. I'm like, yeah, but I still call her Mish because I like it. I like the nickname Mish. That's my personal nickname for you. I hope you're okay with it. So that is the graduated filter. That's now. Oh, it's not really showing the proper photo, but it's all washed out. Let's see if I can convert. It's a little bit better. That's yeah. Now you've got dolphin rock hanging on the wall in the house. Finally, I gave you one. You've been on my back for almost 2 years about giving you one, and I finally done it. Finally sent you one over for your birthday, which is not for another 11 days. 11 days. Not 11 days. 13 days. 24th of April. We're on the 11th. I'm losing track of days. Okay, so I actually don't think there's a lot that I want or need to do more to this photo, because I wasn't a fan of it when I started. I seen it and I'm just but there's something about it. It really is. There's just something. Now it's minimalist, and that is a style of photography. If you don't know, minimalist, and by that it means it's something simple. It's not crazy. The fact that it's just the pier, water, good sky, good ground, and just the pier. It's a minimalist shot. It just works. It didn't look like it when I first started, but now edited it out, it's looking good. I'm just gonna touch a couple of sliders. As you can see, there's old mate over here. He's fishing on the pier. You can just see him. He must have been sitting pretty still for me to get that photo. Get out of there, boy. All right, so that is that one. Now, not that one. We don't want that one. We want the effect. Boom. Put a little bit of a vignette. Brings in the corners a little bit. Draws your eyes into the center. I love the vignette. Actually, believe it or not. Yeah, Mama loves it. That's alright. Mama can love it. I might surprise her one day and send over a few canvas prints for Mama so she can hang them around the house. But believe it or not, I actually used to hate the vignette. I really did. I didn't like it. And as time goes on, I learned how to use it a little bit better. And it's just starting to, yeah, starting to like it. Starting to like the vignette. That's it. That's that photo. That's done. Why is it that even though you zoom in on the photos, it is not pixelated? It's because of the fact that it was a good pixelated pixel camera. It was zoom. It was focused right. I did do a little bit of touching to the lumen. Hang on. Details. So I touched the masking and the noise reduction luminance. So that helps take away a little bit of pixelation out of the image. But the fact is, if you see little squares, it means that you had a low megapixel camera. And you've got to try and edit it around that. You really do. And it's not easy. Your sunset photo that I took for you, that I didn't take for you, that I edited for you, bub, it was pixelated. I had to be careful how I edited that photo for you. So I'm going to save this one. I'm going to put a watermark in the center, because I believe the center is where it should be. Oh, that looks nice. But actually, I'm gonna... You can't actually see what I'm doing right now. I'm actually just... There's another screen inside that screen. There's a... So I'm tracing right around the other screen. Inside that screen, that's showing me where the watermarks are. But like I said, I will put all these images up on my Facebook page, so you can see the final product. You can click on them and see them too. Another thing too, guys, I will mention is users seeing how these are looking on the spit it out, on the computer. All right, depending on what your phone is like, and Julie's going to notice this a lot because she has got a really good phone now, because someone loved her enough to send her it. The colors will change, the image will change depending on what product you are viewing it on. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these look on the phone. So let's move on to the next peer shot. I'm gonna just not that one. I'm just gonna merge them together, and we'll bring it up and we'll have a look at it. And then there's just one more shot after. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry for yawning. There's one more shot after this. Okay, so Yeah, no, I don't like this one. I don't. I do believe that it's too short and it doesn't look right. Now, to me, why it doesn't look right is the fact that it's out of proportion to where the hut is. I know that before and after photos. No, I'm not going to post the before and after photos, Bob. That's a lot more effort. It's just out of proportion. It's got to have balance, and because the hut's too far one way, it's not in balance, really. But let's have a look at it. I do think that the other one was a better image. Okay. I think it might be raining. Sorry that I'm not talking. I was just running through a quick couple of graduator filters. I still don't like this image. I'm editing for you guys, but I don't like it. To me, it's not right. The hut, it needed to be. Yeah. See, I can't even move it. So I needed to have this area here right up to there, and then have that way a bit more, but not. Don't even think that really helps it, but no, didn't really help it much. It needs to have that shelter more in the center of the shot to work, but you want to have the wait. Go back. There we go. You want to have that little bit on the end to show that it is up here. You don't want it to cut it off like I did before. So yeah, it doesn't work for me. I don't like this shot. I will finish editing it. So I've just played around with a bit of the. Yeah, I think it's raining. I will play around with the texture. I always like playing around with the texture, the clarity, and the dehaze. There's not a lot that you can do with this. Well, it looks interesting in black and white. Anything can look interesting in black and white. Oh, I was gonna say something then, but I gotta stop saying that, especially when I'm on a live. Corrections for the lens. Let's ooh. Hey, I didn't want you to move. There we go. Stay. Don't move. So I played around with the tone curves there. Still don't like this shot, and I can't convince myself to like it. I could probably convince myself to like it in the black and white. But I don't like this shot. Okay. I'm gonna do a black and white. Okay. Everyone's having a conversation with themselves. That's good. Because I've decided I'm doing a black and white. I just can't convince myself. Okay. See how everyone is blurry here? They were never going to be in focus for the simple fact that this is a long exposure shot. It was an 8-second exposure. The shutter speed was open for 8 seconds, so you'll see this bloke here. He's slightly a little bit more in detailed, but the fact that he was probably staying still and not moving. The rest of them, they're out and about in their day, and I'm not exactly going to sit there and go, "Oi, stay still, I'm taking a photo," because they probably wouldn't appreciate that. But the object of that thing wasn't the people on the actual on the actual pier itself. It was the fact that the pier was what I was looking for. Now, here you go, Julie. You can see how it's a little bit noisy there. It's not pixelated. My shots are not pixelated because of the simple fact of the camera is a 24 megapixel camera, but it is noisy. So to fix that, I just do that and bring up the noise reduction. And now it's not so noisy when you click in. You're always convinced it looks good because I took the photo, but it's not a good shot. It's not. It really isn't. Everyone's liking this photo. Like, people are going to like their colour, but I can't like it with the colour. I've got to like it with the black and white. That's the only way I can like this photo. Effects. It doesn't really need a vignette, but I still put a small one on. only a -2, so it's not exactly big, thrilling, whatever. And that's it. That one will be a center watermark. Center, yes, and export. Export. Okay, I'm going to do you a favor. I shouldn't say favor, but I'm going to do something for you guys. I'm going to create a virtual copy of that one. And I'm going to go color, export, previous, name. So just 1 second. Okay, there it is. Okay. Boom. Okay, so I've done a copy of a black and white, and I've done a color of the colored one. A copy of the colored one, copy of the black and white, and I'll post both of them up. Now, well, yeah, no, I'm not editing that one. That one's exactly the same as this one. Just done it on a longer exposure. So let's go to the end here, the last one, and I'll edit this one up. So, believe it or not, in this image, you'll see them here. The people just in the background there, they're all blurry. And see how there's them smudges here? They're people walking past the camera. And the funny thing is with this effect is you can make things look haunted. You really can. Because if you get someone to walk into your photo, stand still and then walk out, it can, depending on how long the person stayed there and how long the shutter speed was open, it can leave a ghostly image. So yeah, you can really make a haunted photo by having people walking past it. And you can see them more clearly in this one. I got some filthy looks, and I think some bloke was trying to abuse me as I was taking this photo, but I really didn't care what he was saying or what his opinion was. I'll just take my image, and then I was getting in my car, so I didn't really care. He can blow his horn as much as he wants. Oh, well, we've still got a fair few watching, Bob. There's still 6 viewers. So I'm just merging this one because this was another bracketed shot. well, can't really delete a mish when they're strangers in the public. But it just depends on. Sometimes you might get into a confrontation because they don't like what you're doing, and everyone seems to have an opinion. So, how are we gonna crop this one? Thinking a 16:9. I think. So do you notice when I'm doing my crops that even though I took a big photo, it was never going to be the image. Never. I'm always looking at refining it, making it look more interesting, better, taking out excess that shouldn't be there or doesn't need to be there. If something doesn't need to be in your photo, take it out. And I'm not talking about photoshopping something out of your image. When you get your image onto whatever you're editing and you see just trying to straighten that up. You want to check your borders, and if you see something that's there that shouldn't be there, like just a branch poking in, crop it in, get rid of it, clean up your edges. That's one of the biggest things I can say, is clean up your edges. If it shouldn't be there, don't have it there. Like, I can't even pronounce it, bub. Sanaul? Sanaul? Hang on. Okay.
Sanaol. Sanaol.
Sanaol. Sanaol. Google, people. It is my best friend. Sanaol. There you go. Yeah, that's the thing with the Philippines. Like, you see people vlogging, everyone wants to be in the video. Over here, they're just so much more crabby about it. I don't know why. People over here just have their own way, I suppose. And this is going to be a nice blue one. I love how the water is on the deck. It helps make it a little bit more glossy. I've got another photo on a sunrise of this shot. It's down lower. This one's a slightly different angle. Yeah. The reason why I brought the well, the exposure's up, but I brought it down a little bit from what the automatic was, because this was pretty much dark. The moment I drove away, I had to turn my headlights on. Like, you can tell the lights are on there. Like, it was getting dark. This is an 8-second shot. So I want this to look a little bit dark, because it was nearly dark time. The blues and the greys in the clouds were really good, so it looks good black and white too, people. It's alright, I'll keep it blue for you. Everyone loves blue. I love blue, but I like black and white. So let's go down and we will play lens correction first. Da da da. Details. Let's do some details. Boom. Them details are done. They're done. We're gonna go tone curve. No. Just playing with the tone curves here, guys. It's basically the same as what I'm doing, just a nice nice S, having that slight little curve in the thing gives it a little bit more oomph. Hello, Zoe. You watching Daddy on his live, are ya? Mahal Gita, Zoe. Put a little bit of a vignette on it. It's looking really good, guys. Yeah, it is really good. I love how the reflection is coming up off the boards with the lights. That's what actually attracted me to that shot, and why, because it was starting to get late and I was getting cold because I was wet. I was here for an hour and a half in the rain taking photos, and I was getting wet. I was getting ready to go home. I know you're always lurking around, Christine. You're always on our lives. I say our lives because I always include Julie in it. Like Rochelle said, the water on the boards reflecting the light, it just gave it a little bit more atmosphere, and that's why I stopped to take this photo and I didn't walk past it, even though I was getting cold, I was getting hungry. I just wanted to get that photo, and I'm glad I did, because I like the lights too. The lights came up really nice, and that's done. That image is done. I like that one. It's probably going to be a center one as well, and I'll probably bring it up a bit more, about there. Done. So you will notice that this photo will probably be dark on your phones. It doesn't look dark here, but it probably will be a little bit darker. That's because she's daddy's girl. So yeah, just bear in mind that this photo is probably going to be a little bit darker for you guys when you see it on your phones, but it's going to be a nice photo anyway. Export, and we're going to go white center, export. So Jesus. Oh, sorry, my bad. I keep saying it. I do apologize. That are the photos. I'll go through them now. I'm out of water now. I need to go and get some more. Zoe, every time she sees me on video, she's like, "Where's Koya Joe? Where's Koya Joe?" Joe lives at his mum's place, my ex, and she always thinks that he's living with me. And she's like, "Where's Koya Joe? He's out of home." So now let's run through these images and which one's my favorite. So that's the last image I took of the day. I do like the blue in it. I do like the water on the floor, on the timber deck flooring, reflecting light. It is really a nice photo. It is a good photo. Then we had this one, which people love the color because of the blue again. It's got a little bit more than just the blue in the bottom here. It's got a little bit of character in the bottom, which is nice. And don't like that. Don't like this image. But I have edited them for you. I could only like this image. Come on. In black and white. I can bear it and have it in my photos, not necessarily sharing those two photos on socials, but I could have it in my images. It will be shared for you guys to have a look at. And if you guys decide that you wanted to save one of these photos and put them on your phone as a wallpaper, a screensaver or something like that, by all means, go for it. Then we had this black and white of the old pylons of the old one. It's quite nice. And the first one of the day, of the afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it is right now, it's getting late in the night for me and getting into the evening for you guys. This is the first one that I did. turned out quite nice. I do not mind this one. I like how there's... Hey Connie, how's Bahol going? Hope you're doing well down there. So I like how there's a little bit of green in the water here, and then it goes to the greyish blues. And they're all, except for that end pier, the black and white and the blue one that everyone likes, or the blue one that everyone likes. They're all quite nice photos. Oh, fighting with Joe. Yeah. He's as hard-headed as it comes. But Dad wins. Dad always wins. Because Dad's more stubborn than anything. So, that's the 5 photos. Because I made one a virtual copy and I made it black and white. So, let's run through them again. That's this one. That was the first one. This black and white. A nice, this one, it's not quite the full one, but I do like this one. It's a very minimalist photo with the really thin, the second pic, the black and white old pylon one, Erica. It's a very minimalist shot. I do like this one. I like how the sky and the foreground came together with that cutting through the center. It was a lovely shot, well done, well positioned, well framed up, nicely edited. Wasn't overly edited, wasn't under. This horrible shot, and then done the color version of it for you guys, and then the front on the pier, walking as you walk on the pier with the reflection in the thing. So now my pick of the night of all these edits, you probably can work out which one it already is, but for me, that's the image. That's the best one of the night. Yeah, Michelle's the favorite one is the last one because of the reflection. To me, like, Erica likes this one. I think that's the one that Erica likes. But my favorite of the night that I edited is this one. To me, that's the best shot of the night. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And I will put these up, so if you just want to put them as screensavers or save them onto your wallpaper for your laptop or whatever you got, by all means go for it. Michelle loves the last one. She loves the pier with the reflection. Yeah, so we finally got onto live. I'm sorry that I was late. I'm sorry that the whole start of the live was so bad. We got there in the end. End up using the webcam. But I do thank everyone for joining tonight. pretty much most of the night we had 6 people on. People come and go. It's good to see. We've got Mish has been here from the start. Erica's been here from the start. Julie's been here from the start. Rochelle's been here from the start. It's great to see all those still hanging around. Christine's been here from the start. I can't see her name, but I know she is watching. Thanks, Connie, for joining. And all the other guys that have joined. If there is anyone still lurking in the background that I haven't mentioned, I do apologize if I missed you. I do thank everyone for coming tonight. And like Julie has said, yeah, Connie's still here. Like Julie said, it is getting late at night. Here it's 10 p.m. I've still got to pull everything down, upload these. I'll upload these tonight to the page. So message each one of the photos of what you think. Put a comment on them. See, I told you she was still stalking in the background. I can't wait to meet everyone in person. So first pic is nice in dark color. Yeah. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna finish it up. Thanks for joining me tonight. Instead of putting up a video because I was a little bit busy with work over the last week or so, I thought I'll get on and do this live. I've got a bunch more photos that I'll probably do Wednesday night. I'll probably do another live Wednesday night, so stay tuned for that. Now I think I may have worked out how I'm gonna do these lives. I'll put a bit more research into it because it was terrible. I need to get more batteries for my camera, or I need to actually just do the a webcam or something like that. So it's a work in progress. I never thought I was going to be perfect at this, but yeah. Anyway, guys, thank yous for all your support from the bottom of my heart. I love yous very much. Because without you guys, there's no channel really. I'll just be another person talking into the mic. But thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll catch yous on the next one. Stay tuned for a post coming to the page. Let me know on there what yous like, what yous didn't. You can make as much fun as the live as you want. Go for it. No, I seen what the time was, but I had a mission to do, and I let yous down by starting so late on this live. And I was going to stick to what I needed to do. So anyway, thanks again, everyone. I do apologize for the bad start and the bad live tonight, but I hope you've enjoyed the edits. I hope you've learnt a little bit, and I'm going to do more coming soon. I'll probably do a few. I've got about 18 photos to work through of things that I've taken with my phone, so I'll go through those, and then I'm going to start sending messages out for people to send me photos, and I'll start editing their photos on the lives, and they can join and watch. So thank you, Christine, for watching all my photo videos one by one. It's much appreciated. The more watch time that I can get on this, the more I can start putting back into the channel. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I've got to get a post up. I've got to clean up. I've got to get some more water. And I've got to get some sleep. I've got to get up in about another 5 hours for work to start my day tomorrow. So thank yous, I love yous, and have a good evening.